Dum, dum, dum. First 10 seconds. There we go. All right, we're in the frame. Everything's good. I don't like to leave any dead space. So I think I'm going to fill it with, I didn't think about this before the show. Got a couple of things back here that I probably have read before till somebody shows up. Here's a crazy one. I don't know when I wrote this crap, but it's real quick. And the question is, how are you, old friend? I've been rich, I've been poor. I've thieved from door to door. After a while, you lose that smile. You get caught, nobody's going to see you for a while. Then you go straight and it all seems well. You still feel trapped like you're in hell. Then you feel your mind free of all gray. Today could be your dying day. So how am I? I ask, how are you? As you can see, I'm living life through and through. Hey, Hot Frank, back in the saddle again. I gotta talk to you. I've made some decisions. Do you want to know what they are? I'm sure you do. I gotta clean my glasses first. All right, I got it written down. I like to write stuff down because the memory ain't what it used to be. Not with new stuff anyway, especially ideas. Yes, I do. Here we go. First of all, next week, today's going to be the last day. I'm going to take off all the next week from streaming the book. And I'm going to tell you why. Hey, Bet, what's going on? I'm going to take a week off because I'm going to... My daughter got a computer hooked up. I didn't even know she had one here this whole time, but she hooked it up. I'm going to try to pick up over the weekend the voice to, to writing thing for the computer. If I can get it, I plan on using all of next week to not rewrite it, but add in all those stories, change the chapters, and do it on the computer. So I'm going to need the time during the day to do that. So today, I'm just going to hit whatever chapters we're up to, and just in case it doesn't happen over the weekend, and then Monday I'll be right back doing the same shit. So, yeah. What else did I write down I had to tell you? Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that's popping back in my head as we're going, and I'm remembering a lot of shit, so I might as well just start inserting it, and it makes the story more complete. So, that's what we're going to do. I came on now so we could just bullshit. There's a bunch of shit I wanted to say and now I forgot. Thank you, Frank. I figure that gives you a week without me being, unless if I come on, it'll be just, for a little while to bullshit with you guys. At some point, whether it's daytime or nighttime, but I'll probably still stream just so we keep the channel going. I don't want to not keep the channel going. A week dead is a week dead. You know what I mean? So whether it's poker or whatever it is, or just sitting there bullshitting, we will do it every day, like I've been doing. What's up, Alan? Stop showing y'all's walls, balls. I'm not showing balls. Am I showing balls? You writing balls? I'm showing balls. Tell me, I don't want to show you guys my balls. That's not for you. No balls for you. Especially the ladies. That's not nice. What up, Big Alan? I gotta just know how much time we got because I gotta do the prayer. The prayer comes at 2. I forgot yesterday. I was very mad at myself. We got the recap. Alright, let me see what I wrote here. After finishing the book, I was going to finish the book. That was my original idea, Frank. The next week will be nothing. Oh, that's what I'm going to do, Frank. What do you think of this? See, I told you. I come up with ideas. If I don't write them down, I forget. The idea is this. My Red Bull, need the energy. Okay. While I'm rewriting the book, I still want to come on. But what I want to do is, I want to start verbally. I didn't write it down yet because I will write it. But verbally, I want to start from where I left off at the end of this one, which is going into the program. So I want to start talking about the program, what went on there, and we'll continue up my life because it's a slow process. It's going to take time. And the better thing about that is you guys can get answers as we go because I will be sitting here just like this and I'll talk about something in the program. If you got a question, you can throw it right at me. So I think that's a great idea while I'm redoing book 1 to start book 2 verbally. Yeah, Ron. All right. Good. Sounds like a fucking plan. Bet Bulldo, I don't know who that is, loves your videos. Showed some clips on his live and tan. Really? He saw Ron in a clip and asked, who is that guy? Stream News, Cookies and Cream. Thank you, Beth. That sounds very positive. Very positive. Thank you very much, Beth. Let's get Ron to the world, and you guys come right along with me. I don't want to be famous. No, I don't care. I say that all the time because, that's not my goal. Thinking we could post a comment with Ron's page. One Rising Star, how are you? It's Saturn's day, also known as the Day of Saturn. All right, cool knowledge. Who we talking about, Hot, that you watched? I rolled past, I'm trying to read everything, you know me. I got to write the name down if I want to remember it. Red Bull to the rescue. Excuse me. Damn, Ron, you're a pig. Can't help it. I got that GERD. Anything with bubbles, peppers, stuff like that gives me major pains. It's not good. Not good. It's not good. What else did I have written down? Let me see. Yeah, I got to keep going back to the book. I got so many things in like 4 different books. I'm so confused myself half the time. I need an assistant with an assistant to help me sort everything out. Anybody want to come for the job? It pays absolutely nothing. I think he found you. Ooh, you got pumped out for a second. Yeah. Dog stuff should be all over the internet. It's fucking wild shit. The artistry he uses. Starting with the program at age 20, discussing the next chapter of my life. Right, that's what I just said. And I'll rewrite the book in the meantime. Sounds good to me. But I did say that I did write down to finish this book first, so we'll see. We'll see. I hate coming on this early because I hate this 20 minutes before I start. If I don't have anything prepared. Ah, cool. You already 30 of my chapters transcribed. Really? Wow. You're amazing, Frank. That 442% I told you about yesterday, I'm going to have to raise it to 850%. No, bro. No. I appreciate it. Don't stop. Why can't we do it every way? I feel like this, the more I'm at, why do you think I keep posting on TikTok and Instagram? And I'm going to get business cards made. I went to the store to go find out if they make them over here. They don't do it. But I'm going to get business cards with Mr. Bensonhurts, the book, with the YouTube thing on it, the TikTok. Yeah. Let's do it. No. You're in, brother. You're with me. I'm a man of my word, Frank. If that's one thing you haven't learned about me yet, I say what I mean, and I mean what the fuck I say. I don't speak out of turn. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, no, keep going, bro. Don't stop. You're my partner right now. I have no problem with that. I got you. I get what you're saying. But you got to remember, Frank, things come back to me. So what am I supposed to do? Not add them? You know what I mean? So it's a process. The book, I told you, the book isn't perfect. The book was written high on cocaine, bro. Smoking crack. 14 years ago. Come on. You can't have perfection from that. David Bulbo and Tony TV. I like Tony. Tony, I do. A lot of people don't like Tony. I like Tony. Never did nothing wrong to me. I say that all the time. Just like KOP till that day. He never did nothing wrong to me. Everybody was mean, bah. Not me. Do you think good idea to send Ron's page to Bildo? Send it to the world. Send it to everybody. Damn, that's the process. You have 25 friends in your thing. Send it. Send it. Send it. Tell them. I'll even make you a video clip if you want. I'll invite them to come hang out. And I'll post a video on my short inviting all your friends. I'll even mention you. Tell me. I'll make the video. I promise. I'll personalize it for each individual you want me to. Disney, how are you, Deedla? That's terrible. That's a terrible name. That's a terrible name. I'm sorry. You may be the nicest person in the world. That's a terrible name. Oh. I might know why David loves Thailand and Japan. I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm not asking for anybody here. I want everyone to watch my story. You don't gotta be here. Just watch the story or buy the book when it comes out. You guys know me already, Frank. You either on one side or the other. If you're an asshole, I'm gonna throw you the fuck out of here. If you're cool and you hang out like we do, cool, no problem. I get along with everybody. You guys know that. Ron's cool as shit. I don't care. Joke around, do this. As long as we ain't being, the big douchebag people with them fucking words and stocks and all that. I don't have that shit. That's drama. I don't want drama. No, the only drama here is my book. That's supposed to be enough drama for everybody. And as I said, from now on, probably starting Monday, when I start streaming, it's going to be just about 20 years till now, all verbal. Oh, I don't want him here then. Penny, if that's true, if that's a fact, I really don't want you saying that. But we got what you mean, and that's a good way to put it. I appreciate that. But in the long run, no, I don't need people like that here. I don't want to hear no more, Penny, please. Please. Thank you. I'm not going down that road. I'll shut this off right now, and I'll just get rid of everybody as you come in. Let's not talk about that shit. I'm dead serious. You want to stay, Penny? Please stop. One more time, and I'm going to ban you. You'll have to try an alt and come back and do it again. I don't like that talk on my channel about any of that shit. I don't care if they do it or not. Go to their channel, tell them about it. I don't want to hear about it because I don't know and I don't want to know. Understood? Don't care about personal haters, Bet. I don't want that talk here. You bring it up again, anybody, you're gone. Sorry. Oh, that shit pisses me off because, first of all, it's an accusation. I don't like accusations. You better have a fact. And if you do have facts, I don't need to hear about it. I could care less. They're not in my life. Go. Okay, Penny. You're talking about Beth, and now I'm offended. Now I'm offended. You're gone. Goodbye. See ya. Don't talk about Beth. Come here. You're never here. All of a sudden, you want to come in? Go away. Get another roll, come back, do it again, and I'll throw you out again. See how simple that is, people? You don't listen, you go. Nobody better bring her back. Yeah, Beth, are you kidding me? You're a regular. I can't stand people that do that. You want to come in here and make accusations and talk about the people? Get the fuck out of here. I don't need you. That Disney, one more time. I don't want to hear about it no more. Please. Thank you. Beth is sick. Okay. Well, Beth could be sick, but I'm telling you, I'll give you one more chance. You want to stay? You open your mouth again, you're gone. Goodbye. Another idiot. Don't care. These people don't understand. I don't care. Somebody needs to explain that to them. I don't care if you're here or not. I don't need your subscription. I don't like the drama. I don't care, Del Rey. Do you get it? It's got nothing to do with me. This channel is about my fucking book. Not about what other people are diddling and doing. So, you don't want to be here for that? Leave. Seriously. That's my job on here. Not to hear all the drama and who's doing what. I don't know these people. I don't hang out with them. I don't care what they do. They do it around me, that's a different story. Other than that, don't give a fuck. Ron doesn't care. So if you talk about it, I'm going to throw you out. Go make 17 alts. Every time you come in and do the same shit, I'm going to throw you the fuck out. And Frank and my mods, because I'm a little right now, piss me off. They do that shit. Get rid of them if I'm reading or something. Get rid of them. I don't give a shit. Really don't care. You know that already. I don't want that shit on here. Now nobody's got nothing to say? What time is it? 10 to 2 still. Now that I got that off my chest again, I feel better. I feel better. Oh, so better. Fuck it. I mean, there's how many millions of people are on YouTube? How many millions are live streaming? I'm only going to do, I think, the next 3, Frank. There's really a bunch more left because I told you I added verbally ones on TikTok. So, but I'm only going to do the 3 today, 37, 38, and 39. And after I do 39, I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to go do that on there unless you need me to finish it up. But you already have the rest of the chapters, Frank. They're on the previous videos. And every video that I have live that I put out to the public, all you got to do is click on it and it tells you what chapters it is. Every one of them says it. Mr. Bensonhurts, the book, chapter 36, 37, 38, 22, 23, 24. So, and there's even descriptions in them. So, you know, it's easy to get to. Hey, Scafe! What's up, kid? Didn't even know you were here. Well, you're always here. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. And Scuff, before you ask, I had a burrito from the place on the corner for dinner last night. Trying to jump ahead of the question. Noodle, I don't know what the fuck. I'm not looking that up. I don't even know what it means. 1980. Long time ago. Damn. 14 years old I was. I miss it. Miss it a lot. That I do. All right, 3 minutes to a recap. 5 minutes till a prayer. 8 minutes till a prayer. And then start of the last 3 I'm going to read today for this week. Also, like I said, I think Monday, I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. 2 more minutes, 1 cigarette. Oh, I have a cigarette. Now I gotta put this with that. So we almost got another Ron Rant Rage. Everybody loves those. Buddy, right on time, pal. How are you today? Hope everything's good, buddy. Nice to have you again, as always. As always, my friend, it's the Weird Ron Show. I like the question, the Q&A it says today. If you could live in a cartoon, which one would you pick? That's a pretty good question. Hey, let's. Oh, I was going to put it up there too. It went away. If you could live in, I have to think about that one. If you could live in a cartoon, which one would you pick? That's a hard one. I know exactly where I'd pick. What am I, stupid? I had to really just think about my favorite cartoon. Come on, let's hear them. Anybody? I'll repeat the question. If you could live in a cartoon, one more minute and then I'm going to go to the recap. If you could live in a cartoon, which cartoon would you pick? My answer is Bugs Bunny, because he was the fucking me of cartoons, fucked with everybody, got away with it, and he was, I think if I was his best friend in the cartoon, he'd get away. Roger Rabbit, oh yeah, you have Jessica, nice, good one. Roger Rabbit was a great movie, one of my favorites. Bob Hoskins, what were they doing? That's a good question. Frank, you got to know this if you pick Roger Rabbit. What was Jessica and fuck is his name? The owner of the Disney or whatever it was. Yeah, the owner of Disney. They were playing what? That Roger got so mad. They were playing patty cake. He starts crying. Hey, Taurus. Good to have you. We're just about to start. Nice of you to show up. Glad to see you. All right, enough with the smoking cigarettes. What I do have to do, though, is I need a drink, but I don't have one out here. I finished my other thing. All right, we're getting right to the recap now. Yesterday, we talked about getting arrested on our way to Lemore's when the cop came in the train. And we didn't know he was a cop, but he said he was a cop. Who believes anybody in a uniform just because he had a gun? We ended up getting beat up, broken nose, big dick growing out of Louis' head, like I said yesterday. And then we walked out of there 3 days later with bullshit. They didn't do a damn thing to us. I also went after that. We talked about the woman that killed my father, how I saw her and almost fucking destroyed her. I smacked her about 4 times. Then there was, at 17, my first, giving stuff away if I say it like that, but we'll give it away. My first go-round with Alicia. She was 34, I was 17, and I first started smoking bass with her. And what happened from that, we all know. Then came Big Mike. Big Mike, if it wasn't for my friends, would have been dead. I probably would have killed him that night and been in jail, and this story would not be being told, because it would have ended there. But luckily, I had some friends who finally realized, I'm going to kill this man if I keep hitting him. And they grabbed me away and they got him out of there, and he made it to recovery after all the shit that happened to him. We talked about how after today, starting Monday, we're going to go from age 20 on, probably verbally, if all goes the way I want it to. What else? Yeah, I'm going to start my second book because me and Frank are going to, but he's doing rather better than I thought, so I might just keep going to the end of this book one again. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to think about it over the weekend, but if I don't, starting Monday, when I stream, which will be again at 2 o'clock, I'm going to go from 20 when I go into, finish this book and on. But it's going to be a slow process because I'm going to be talking a little, chatting a lot. More chat than talk because I don't want to give away the whole book, but yeah. Poker tonight, Mike LT, yes, 2 big games. Oh shit, thank you for reminding me, Mike. 3 o'clock, Omaha High Low. If my daughter ain't working, I'm going in. And then tonight, I believe it's 8 or 9, probably 9. There's a 1500 Friday night special game. I'm definitely being that, Mike, so don't miss it. I've been doing well. I've played a couple of tournaments. I've finished 45th. You know, I'm getting down under 50 in almost a lot of them. And, you know, but like I said, I'm only playing a week again since I started, and I'm already up a buck 15. It only costs 33 per month, so I got 3 more weeks to add on to that money. Can't lose at this point. No matter what, it's profit for the month. So thanks, Mike. You're not allowed in any other chats, Beth. Tan is gonna go up on you. Scuff, nobody cares. I don't care. That's over there. We're talking about here, baby. Nice, Ron. Sorry you had to deal with all that. Taurus, it's all good. If I didn't live the life I did as a youngster, I wouldn't be who I am today. The last 10 years of my life wouldn't be what they were. I wouldn't have helped the people I did. I wouldn't have saved some people from being in the street and now being home with their families. Another guy don't drink anymore because of me. You know, well, he doesn't drink and drive anyway. So, yeah, I appreciate it, though. Don't think you're speaking to me anymore. Oh, Beth, you're into that conversation? Go ahead. Never mind, Frank. Sorry. Apologize. My apologies. He's always getting mad at everyone. What else is new? I don't know who he's talking. Not me. I try not to. But it'll be, you're talking about them. Shit's getting old. All right, over there. True. You got it, Taurus? You know, otherwise I wouldn't be who I am. Thank you. Let me allow you just delete. All right, that's fine. They're talking about something else. All right, we're on 2 o'clock. Here we go. Prayer time. Healing prayer for the day. May 8th. I did not read it today. I usually do. I always say that. It's from Corinthians 7:3. Husband. Oh, I'm sorry. A husband should give his wife. I'm sorry again. I did it. I'm off today. A husband should give to his wife her conjugal rights, and likewise, a wife should fulfill her conjugal obligations to her husband. The reflection is a marriage is a special. I'm not into the marriage thing, but I do read the prayer. I'm going to read it anyway because I had a rough go in marriage. It's supposed to be this, but most times it don't work out like that. Intimacy and trust must be between the two of them. Infidelity, negativity impacts the whole family. Were you betrayed in a special relationship? See, the fucking thing goes right to me. I'm sorry I cursed. Do you need healing because of the hurt or rejection and abandonment? It's crazy how I read the thing, and as I'm saying that I don't like it, it's about me. The prayer is, I know, Jesus, you were rejected, abandoned, and betrayed. Please unite me with yourself every day, so I may forgive as you forgive. Heal my wounds. Help me to trust again. Glory to God in the highest. Well, that definitely worked out totally opposite of what I thought, because that was totally on target with my wife cheating. Oh, you guys didn't know that. Damn, I gave something away. Anyway, let's move on. We got the prayers first with my book. Number 1, number 2, number 4. Okay, we go right to chapter 37. I did. Okay. Chapter 37 is going to be Bye Bye Billy. And I wrote that somewhere. Oh no, I didn't do that one yet. Okay. Never mind. No, yeah, let's do it now. This is not written, so I'm going to go off the cuff. Billy comes to my house one morning. I believe I was 18 at this time now. And he shows up about 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, we did not see each other the night before. I was out all night until 4 in the morning getting high. I got home about 4, fell asleep about 5 o'clock after, staring at the walls for an hour and a half, 5:30, and boom, an hour later, 6:30, there's a knock on my door. I answer it. He tells me he's got to go to court for burglaries, and that he got caught on by himself, and that he wants me to go with him. And I tell him, I'm struggling to even fucking keep my eyes open. I'm like this. I'm like, Bill, I can't do it. I can't go. I just can't go. And we go back and forth a couple times, and he says, all right, I'll go get Bobo. I said, good idea. And I went back to bed and went to sleep. Day passes. I don't hear from him. I don't hear from Bo. About 5 o'clock at night, I go to my corner because I was dealing again at this time. Bath Avenue, Bay Parkway, and Bo shows up. And I said, Bo, what's up? And he tells me this is what happened with Billy. He says they went to court. Billy was in a stolen car, by the way. He came to pick me up in a stolen car. He went and picked up Bo in the stolen car, drove the stolen car to the courthouse, went in the courthouse with Bo, and they're in court. They call his name, he goes in front of the judge, and bottom line, after going back and forth, the judge turns to him and says, we're going to sentence you to 3 to 9 years in prison. Billy, mind you, they're on the 4th floor, hears this, knows he can't get out because they're not going to give him bail to get out. So if he wants to fight it, whatever. But he knows he's going to be stuck doing this 3 to 9 years. Immediately when the judge says this, the windows are open. He's on the 4th floor of the court building. He runs, jumps out the window head first like Superman. Luckily, one of the COs happened to be over there, and as he was going out the window, they grabbed him by his calf. And he had him by one foot, they grabbed his other foot, and they ended up, a couple guys came, and they pulled him back into the courthouse, immediately cuffed him and shackled him, put him back in front of the judge, and they sentenced him. And so he goes to Rikers Island. I talked to him about a week later. He calls his girlfriend, Marianne, who happens to be Neil's sister, and I'm there. So I get on the phone with him. He tells me he's having a tough time in population. He tells me that he's fighting with everyone, not just the other prisoners. He's fighting with the guards, physically fighting with them. He's only there a week, and they've already put him in the hole for a day. That's Billy. Billy don't get along with nobody. He's got a fucking attitude, and especially in there, I'm sure he was acting like a real dick. So he tells me, he says, I'm going to fake a suicide. So they put me in the psych ward. I said, all right, dude, be careful. If that's what you're going to do it. Call me tomorrow, let me know, or whenever you do it, call me, let me know how it works out. No problem. Gets back on the phone with Marianne, they hang up. 2 days later, we hear that Billy hung. He's dead. He died. And I found out exactly what happened because one of the guys who lived right around the block from where I lived, halfway around the block, Alan Muller, he was in the cell next door to Billy. And he came home, and when he got home, whenever he got home, I found out that Alan was there when it all went down. So someone had asked Alan what happened, and Alan told them this is what went down. Billy, like I said, was fighting with everybody. Went up, he hung the sheets over whatever he did, the bed frame, whatever he did, and he put it around his neck, and he timed that he would, go off when the guard was coming by. So he would stand by the door, he saw the guard, he was counting, he figured when he'd get there, and he did it. As the guard went by, Billy was hanging. Now, Alan was outside the cell because he knew what Billy was doing. They were talking, they were from the same neighborhood. Billy, the guard rather, looked in, kept going. Didn't stop. Prisoners walked right past the cell looked in, kept going. He ended up hanging. So I find this information out. And I know Alan's home, and I immediately go to his house and knock on his fucking door. I said, yo, is this true? And he tells me the story again, same way. Yeah, it's true. And he tells me I was standing right out by where the doors open and close in my cell. And I just processed that for about 3 seconds. And the next thing that came out of my mouth to him was, and why didn't you help him? You knew he was hanging there. His response was, everybody else would have been mad at me. I would have got a beating by the guards and I looked at him and I says, that's what you were worried about? I said, that's too bad. And I fucking gave him a beating. He didn't think I was going to hit him because we knew each other a long time. I fucking hit him with everything. I bang, 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 bang. I had him on the floor. I was kicking him in the face. Finally, I decided that's enough, and I walked away. And I told him, stay the fuck away from me forever. And basically, we never saw each other again, even though we lived right around the block for the next 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, that's how he died. With that, after that happens, this happens. We're going to go to Guido Hater. Unless you guys got any questions real quick about that part of the chapter. I definitely want to get in these last 3. How old was Billy when I was 18 at the time, so he was 20. Because my dad died when I was 16, and Billy died 2 years after that. So I was 18, Billy, he might have even been 19, turning 20. I don't remember when his birthday was, because it's been a long, long time. But yeah. He was, dude, you know, if you knew him, and if I ever sat down with you and really explained the kind of person he was, and he's been like that since he's fucking 7, 8 years old. He was just, he had an attitude toward the world. And his favorite saying was FTW. Fuck the world, or stop the world, I want to get off. Yeah, he was like, but you're going to find out later, because I remember another story with him that I didn't put in. And somehow I'm going to squeeze it back in, but when 2 stories really. The first time we ever met and what happened one night because of girls. But I got to put them both in there and you'll see what kind of person he is. Hey Jerome, how are you? You're the biggest snitch in Chicago? That doesn't faze me. I don't live in Chicago. Rat everybody out you want. Don't matter to me. You ain't got nothing on me, dog. All the shit I did was 40 years ago. Not all of it, but anything I get in trouble for is more than 7 years gone, so I ain't worried about it, Snitchy. Oh, your homie. You're over 18, I hope. If he's not, how we doing, Relentless? All right, here we go. Guido Haters. One night, a few months, I think this was like a couple of months after Billy died. Billy died in like January of that year. It was like early in the year. One night it was Lenny, where we used to hang out at his house, Louie, and me. It was a Friday night, and we didn't know what we wanted to do. So our first and foremost question on our mind was, are we getting high tonight on Quaaludes, or are we getting high on mescaline? And laugh and trip our balls off. It was a gorgeous evening. The temperature was about 70 degrees, and there was a warm breeze. After careful deliberation, yeah, right, I think we tossed a coin to make our decision. We decided on mescaline. For those of you that do not know what mesk is, we call it mesk. Mescaline is. We call it mesk. M-E-S-K. That's what it sounds like, but that's not how it's spelled. So from this point on, we shall live in the moment. Mesk is a hallucinogenic that when you take it, it usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour to hit you. When it does, the first thing that usually happens, you get the giggles. Then it makes everything you say or do hysterically funny. You cannot stop yourself from laughing uncontrollably. Usually, the laughter part of the mesk head lasts a couple hours. After that is when you start tripping out. You will find things funny all night, but that initial laughter is uncontrollable. What I mean by tripping out is things do not seem as truly as they are. For example, one time I took mesk, and everyone that I saw while I was tripping, I thought was smaller than me. Everyone looked smaller than me, and I was only about 5'4". I have found that the most important thing about tripping and not losing your mind or having a bad trip is always remember that you are tripping. If your brain goes somewhere you do not want it to be, many things can go wrong. You can feel paranoid, and think everyone is against you. This could cause your brain to see and hear things that really aren't there. You have to take control of the head. Sometimes that's easier said than done. We went to our spot in 101 Schoolyard at about 7 p.m. and saw Laird. We got 3 hits of meth for $10 and a $10 bag of weed. The meth keg will last a lot longer than that pot would. The meth keg lasts about 8 to 12 hours. We took 1 hit apiece and waited. While waiting for the mess to kick in, we smoked a joint. At about 8 o'clock, we were walking in Cropsey Park, and we started bugging out. We hung out in the park, laughing and goofing around, staring at the trees. I always liked tripping in the park, because I would stare at the trees and stuff. When I did this, I would see different things. For example, on this evening, the trees I was looking at looked like they were shaking hands and smoking cigarettes. I thought that was hysterical. If you know how to handle your head, everything is funny. After spending a few hours wandering in the park and everybody tripping in their own way and walking up and down to Cropsey Avenue, it's now about 11 o'clock. We decide to go up to 86th Street to see what's going on. We walk to 24th Avenue and Cropsey and down to 86th Street. When we reach 86th and 24th, we have made a left now and start down 86th Street toward my corner, Bay Parkway. We would take about three or four steps, and boom! We see a car slam directly into one of the pillars that holds up the train trestle. The 3 of us, hysterical laughing. We look at one another as if to say, "Did you see that?" Each one of us wanted to make sure it really happened and that we weren't just imagining it. Standing on the sidewalk, laughing and tripping, we noticed the man behind the wheel, he's not moving. We do not call 911. We do not yell for help. Matter of fact, we just stood there, staring and laughing. A couple of people who were also walking down the avenue go over to see what happened. We cannot tell what they are saying, being that we haven't budged from our spot. Approximately 10 minutes later, we're still standing there. The police and the ambulance show up. When we see the cops, we decide to walk away. But we didn't get 2 steps before one of the cops says to us, "Excuse me, guys, can I ask you a couple of questions?" We all try to put on a serious face. Lenny answers the cop's first question, which was, "Did you guys see what happened?" Lenny says that we heard the crash as we turned the corner. Good answer, Len. Louie and I just nod our heads in agreement. The cop was satisfied, and we started to walk away. Just as we start to leave, we all start laughing again. Cop turns around, looks at us. We just turn around and keep going. We still can't believe that this guy just crashed into the pillar. Remember, we're tripping. Louis then turns and yells out to the cop as he's heading back to the accident, "Officer, do you know why the guy crashed into the pillar?" It was a good question, if I weren't tripping. Lenny and I look at Louis like he's crazy. The cop, on the other hand, answers the question. He says that the driver of the vehicle had a heart attack and died. That's why he crashed. We all say thank you, officer, and we walk away amazed at this shit. We look at one another, once again laughing, and we all agree that if we were straight, this would have never happened. When you're high, sometimes it feels like the weirdest shit happens. And I'm laughing because as I'm reading it, I see it. And I remember we were fucking laughing and should have never been laughing in that scenario. It was fucking hysterical. I'm not done with the chapter yet. I was tripping eyes and saying to myself for over an hour in the mirror, having telepathic. Awesome, Frank. Let me finish. Whoa, I just got a fucking head rush. Okay, we're still trying to make it down 86th Street. As we walk, and you can always never forget, we're tripping. As we walk, we cannot stop talking about what happened. We had not realized how long we were standing there watching the heart attack accident. When we reached Bay Parkway and 86th Street, We noticed there wasn't as many people in the streets as there was before. We checked the time in Dan News. It was 12:30 in the morning. We then decided to continue walking down 86th Street. We reached 21st Avenue and continue on toward 20th. We are halfway between the two avenues when this girl who is across the street is yelling, screaming, and pointing at us. She's screaming as she crosses the street and heads straight for us. She's yelling, "You Guido fucks! You Cougine bastards!" We're all looking at each other like, what the fuck is her problem? And who is she talking to? Lenny has long hair. He's a rocker. My cousin has a slight DA. Me, I have a shaved head. Always. When this girl walked right over to us, I'm standing between Louie and Lenny. She walks right over, and for no reason, she slaps me in the face. Just out of pure reaction to her slapping me, I respond by immediately slapping her right back. Now, before you get your ninnies in an uproar, I do not hit women. After watching my mom getting beatings when I was younger, I vowed I would never hit a woman. But you put your hands on me, I gotta put my hands on you. Anyway, like I said, out of reaction, I slapped her in the face. After I hit her, she did a complete spin and fell to the floor. She spun as if she was on a water slide that twisted like a tornado. What we failed to realize is that as I raised my hand, the same cops from earlier were coming through the traffic light, heading in the same direction as us. All they saw was me slap the girl. They stopped the car. And one cop walks over to us and says, "What happened?" We explained what had occurred. Meanwhile, the other cop is talking to the girl. The one speaking to us says, "Stay right here and don't move. You guys see, trouble seems to follow you wherever you go." The two cops then proceed to talk to each other. After a couple of minutes, the same cop that spoke to us comes back, tells us to leave. Turned out, the girl was bombed on alcohol and had an argument with two guys at a club. The cop told us she thought she was still outside the club, arguing with them. The evening ended up with us walking around and eventually winding up back where we started from, Cropsey Park. It was about 4 a.m. when we got to the park. We had saved the pot that we had bought earlier just for now. The rest of it anyway. The pot helps coming down off mesc. It doesn't help much, but it helps some. I used to get a really bad attitude when I was coming down from tripping. I would start a fight with whoever was around. It got so bad, not really my friends, but other people that weren't with us. It got so bad, my friends would leave me in the wee hours of the morning. No matter who I tripped with, they knew that when we were coming down, take Ronnie to the park. Because there's no one in the park between 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Then, whether it was one person or more, they would all say the same thing. "We're going home." I figured it out after a while, but I didn't care. I understood. Plus, I like being alone. And that's chapter 37, Guido Hader. How you doing, Bahal? Bala? I like this book. Thank you. I'm glad. Sub, don't miss a thing, because we got, after this book, we got ages 20 to now. Which, if you think my early years were fucked up, you're going to go like this over the other ones. What the fuck is wrong with this smart asshole? So, Ron, do you have some pajama pants? You can stream in those shorts. Always get me uncomfortable. Dude, I'll put on sweatpants next time. Just for fucking you. No. It's too hot out here. Too hot, steaks. Sorry. You don't like my shorts? I can't even raise the camera because then I lose the green screen. Too bad. Look up here. There's my, like women tell you when you're looking at their titties. My face is over here. All right, we got 2:23. I'm going to the next chapter. Let's get some questions first. Ron, relentless even, love you. Thank you, High Stakes. We love you too, baby. It's great, awesome. We got 2 more to go. We got 2:23. This is a pretty quick one. It's not that long. Yeah, it is. It's all right. It's about five minutes. And the Marlboro Man ain't that bad. So we'll get this done by 2:45, hopefully. And then we'll have some time to bullshit. Billy is buried in cavalry. No. It's real quick. What happens with Billy is, because I don't react well to the first time I ever go to, and I should add this too. Ready? You got me going. See, Frank, you brought up a memory. After Billy dies, they have a funeral. You know, the wake. I never been to a wake before this, that I remembered anyway, and I never anybody close to me that I recall. Me, Neil, Bo, Mike, Wayne, Pinhead, another friend, Almond. We all get together. I smoke a ton of dust. I think everybody else had, I didn't have, and everybody lit up, and I just smoked everybody else's dust. I told them I can't go there without being high. When we go to the chapel, because it was in a chapel, there's 2 doors that open like this. As I'm the first one to walk in, because he was my best friend and everybody wanted me to go first, I open the doors and there's a rows and rows, like 20 rows of pews. And there's people in every fucking row. It's packed. It's packed. His family was connected and they knew a lot of people. When I opened those doors, straight ahead was Billy, like this. I snapped. Soon as I looked at him, the dust, whatever you want to call it, I flipped out and I started screaming, "What the fuck is wrong with all you people? How the fuck can you just sit there and look at him like this? You motherfuckers, I should kill all of you. You motherfucking Billy's dead. How could you just..." And my friends, as I'm screaming, naturally again, come back, grab me, Neil, Bo, first one's always there, pull me out. "Ron, you can't, what are they fucking..." I'm bugging out and they take me outside and somebody handed me some pills. I ate those, I chewed them up and they told me, "Go home, get out of here. We have to go. You're not allowed back in." And I said, "I don't want to go back in." And I left. And I never went to another funeral again until I was in my 40s, I believe. So yeah. Did I miss Billy dying again? You did, Steaks. You did. Did you blow smoke on Billy's lips as he laid out? No. I didn't even make it to the fucking... In the chapel. I couldn't believe that I was so high, tripping my balls. You gotta remember, my brain already is fucked up on a natural. So adding that shit to my brain makes me even fucking woo. Right. Always jacked. Always. And my brain was always on overdrive. Look at it now, it's on overdrive. I don't do drugs. Imagine on fucking acid and... People you didn't want to hang out with me because I was so... And they were all tripping, speeding up. So, yeah, you're right, Relentless, exactly. Third time, Billy's like Michael Myers. Frank, you'll never know. All right, I'm going to the next one, 227 here. Chapter 38, Just a Bad Guy is the name of it. It's a typical Friday night. Neil, Bo, and I meet up on Bay Parkway and Bath Avenue. We had spoken briefly on the phone. When we would call each other, the phone calls were very quick. Usually, all the calls would entail is where are we going, where are we going to meet, what time, and sometimes we would ask each other if there was no one in earshot of the conversation, if you had drugs or money to buy drugs. It is about 7 p.m. when we meet. We managed to get enough money for 2 dip cigarettes between us. We call up Jobo, who at this point is the only person who always has dust. I was dealing on and off because I never seem to make money when I deal. I always do too much or I give too much away. We cruise around the neighborhood on foot for a few hours after we get high, just enjoying our head. At about 11 p.m., we see Mark and Gabe. They are in Mark's little Fiat. And they pull over on 86th Street and Bay Parkway because that's where they see the 3 of us standing on the corner. We know them from around the neighborhood. Like I have said before, all always we would hang out together. Neil, Bo, and I. We did not mind hanging out with other people, especially if we could get something from them that we don't have. And a car at this point was something we didn't have. Neil's car was out and I think in the shop. We exchanged pleasantries, and Mark says, "You guys got anything?" We all respond with a no. Mark says, "You guys want to take a ride to my house? I have weed at home." A resounding, "Let's fucking go," from Bo. Bo said that. Neil and I agree. We get in Mark's car. His Fiat had two seats in the front and 2 seats in the back. Between the 2 seats in the back, there is a hump. I sit on the hump because I'm the smallest person there. When we reach Mark's house, he goes inside and comes out with a giant, hefty garbage bag, which was so big, it was probably a construction bag. It is full to the top with Thai weed. That is still on the stick. Thai weed, it's called Thai stick because when they make it, it actually is on a stick that is shaped like a cross. Naturally, it was called Thai stick. Well, not only did Mark get the weed when he went in the house, once back in the car with the weed, now basically in my lap, Mark opens a pill bottle and says, "You guys want to take a hit of mescaline?" We all get excited and say, "Definitely." It's about 10:30 by now. It's going to be an all-nighter again. For the next 3.5 hours, we are tripping. We smoked a whole bag of weed by 1:30 in the morning. We've been cruising around 86th Street in the car, hung out and bugged out in Cropsey Park for a little while, and we were having a blast. At about 1:45 a.m., someone suggests, "Let's go to the Moors and check out what's going on over there." We head to the Rock Club. We are all talking on the way to the Moors about how we have no money, no more pot, but what are we going to do when we get to the Moors and it's a bust? We get about 3 blocks from the club. We're cruising at about somewhere between 10 and 20 miles an hour, and I see 2 guys about a block away heading toward our direction. I notice one of them has on a gold chain around his neck, without saying a word to anyone in the car. By the way, it's summertime, and we have all the windows in the car open all the way down. I dive over Bo, who is on my right sitting next to the door, and I head on out the window. I'm halfway out the window with the car still moving. Neil and Bo are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Mark and Gabe have no idea what is going on at this moment. Now, 3/4 of the way out the window, Bo tells Mark, "Stop the car! Stop the car!" He does. But by this point, the only piece of me that's still not out the window are my feet and ankles. Mark stops the car. I'm fully out of the car now. I am basically on my hands for a split second, manage to get myself to my feet, and I start running towards the 2 guys. They are approximately a half of a block away from me. I'm heading straight at them. As I'm getting closer to them, I start yelling, "You fuck my sister! You fuck my sister!" The 2 guys stop dead in their tracks and are emphatically trying to say to me as I approach them, "It wasn't me! It wasn't me!" I have no sister, by the way. Not yet. Well, all of this took what I felt like was under a minute to take place. I continue to run at them. One more, "You fuck my sister!" And I reached them. Without ever slowing down from running, as soon as I get close enough to the guy wearing the gold chain, I leap, hit him with an overhand right in the middle of his face. His face split open. Immediately, blood started flowing. Right after I hit him, I grabbed the chain. As I pull it, off his neck. It breaks into little pieces and lands all over the concrete. I did not realize that after I jumped out the window, Bo got out of the car and was chasing me yelling, "No, no, don't do it." He knew what I was going to do as soon as I jumped for the window. No wonder why. Sorry about that. It's stuck together. I have been, I bend down to see if I can salvage any of the gold chain to sell. I never really got a chance to pick up any pieces. Not that I would have been worth picking them up anyway. Bo grabs me and says, "Come on, we got to get out of here before someone calls the cops." I adhere to what he says. Mark pulls up immediately and we get in. Don't know what happened to that guy, but when we left, he was sitting on the concrete, bleeding up a storm. On the ride back to Bay Parkway, all I heard from the four of them was, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You're fucking nuts," and more shit like that. When we do get back to the corner, all of a sudden, the four of them all want to go home. All of a sudden. So, being that I live the closest to Bay Parkway at 86th Street, that's where he went. Mark says he would drive Bo and Neil home, and then he'll take Gabe. Bullshit. I knew it was bullshit. By now, it was around 3:30 in the morning. I knew they just wanted to get rid of me, and I couldn't blame them. We are now at the part of the night, like I said before, especially when I trip out, where I start to get an attitude. I start a fight again with somebody after that hit, with anyone that comes near me. This scenario at nights/mornings and would end up happening time and time again when I tripped out with my friends. Always around 3 to 5, we'd walk off to the park and they'd say they were going home. And I'm left alone in the park. That's chapter 38, Just a Bad Guy. All right. 2:36. I got time for Marlboro Man and then we'll talk. Crazy story, but true. That's the sad part I always say. Marlboro Man is a quick 4-page story. Oldham is married, Billy dying again. We got one more, and then I can get in the chat. So, if you got anything you want to ask me after I'm done with this chapter. Marlboro Man, 3 pages. On what must have been a Friday or Saturday night, I remember that our friend Armin was there. Armin only used to hang out on the weekend once in a blue moon. He worked all week at the same time in Manhattan. He mainly was my cousin Louis' friend. Them two hung out a lot. By themselves, not with us. They didn't do the things we did at this point in time. They weren't as druggy as we were druggies. He only smoked pot sometimes and liked to drink. There must have been about 10 of us hanging out. The night basically went like this for me. After finishing dinner, I asked Mom for $10 to go to the movies. I always felt like she knew that I really wasn't going to use the money for the movies, but 9 out of 10 times, she would give me a 20 and tell me, "Whatever you have left, bring home." There never was any change. We figured out how much money we had, and we went and we bought 4 dimes of dust between us. Most times, we just bought it from me. It was Neil, Dom, Mike, John, Louie, and Armin. And Big Wayne was there too. We wandered around the neighborhood for a few hours, bugging out on each other while we were high. At about 11:30, I break out 2 dimes of dust to smoke. We are now on Bay 35th and Bath Avenue. Armin, John, and Louie left about an hour ago. So I light up 2 joints of dust with Mike, Neil, and Dom. On the corner of Bay 35th and Bath is a used car dealership. Next to that is a pizzeria and a laundromat. The pizzeria is closed and has the gate pulled down in front of it. This is to keep people like us from going into the pizzeria when it's closed. On the gate, in black spray paint, not too thick or not too thin, was a drawing of a man wearing a cowboy hat and had a cigarette dangling out of his mouth. At the end of the cigarette, there were lines. They represented the smoke coming off the lit cigarette. Well, as we're all standing around, I lean back on a parked car and I begin to stare at the profile of the cowboy. I'm just staring in amazement at this painted outline. After about 20, 30 minutes of staring, I saw its mouth open and say, "What's up, Ronnie?" After seeing and hearing this, I quickly turned toward my three friends and asked, "Did you see that?" Naturally, they said no. Then they proceeded to say to me, "Come on, we're getting out of here." I look back at the gate and turn to them and say, "Nah, I'm going to stay here." I tell them to come back in an hour or two and I will be right here. They try to get me to leave with them, although not that hard. They were stoned. I was stoned. They were tripping on their own trips. I wasn't having it. After they left, I just stared at this thing waiting for him to speak again. After 15 minutes of nothing, I felt like my dust head was coming down, which it takes 6 to 14 hours before a dust head comes down. But that's how I felt. I had one more joint of dust, so I rolled it up, lit it up, smoked it all by myself. After smoking the whole joint, I stood there for about an hour and a half, talking to the man. I was now calling him the Marlboro Man, because I knew in my head that it wasn't really happening. I knew it was just the dust playing tricks with my mind. When I smoked, I expected to trip out a little. Whenever I tripped, which wasn't every time I smoked dust, I always would just go with the head. I liked to be stoned as I could, but while I was conscious and aware of what was going on around me, I wanted to have fun with whatever high I was on. The Marlboro Man and I talked about everything, from how things were going at home to having sex with my girlfriend. When my friends came back, I tried to explain to them what happened. They could care less because they had the trips of their own they were on. I said goodnight to the Marlboro Man and told him I'd see him next time. My friends looked at me like I was out of my mind. We all just laughed and walked away. We ended up in one of the usual spots. Cropsey Park, 3, 4 a.m. My head was coming down, and I had a huge tendency, as you already know, to start a fight. Obviously, my friends realized this because they gave me the line they always did. They said, "We're all going home, Ron. See you tomorrow." So I spent the next hour or so sitting on a bench, staring at the trees and getting aggravated. Eventually, giving in, walking down the block, and going home. And that was my experience with the Marlboro Man, who to this day is one of the best conversations I have ever had with anyone. No joke. I don't want to go back in all the chat. I know there's a lot of shit I missed. So anyway, give me a cigarette. I need a drink. Anybody have any questions for me? If not, I'm going to go get me a drink. You got about 18 minutes to bullshit now. I'm done. I'm not going on to the next one. Oh, you're right, Red. You did it again, Red. Fucking idiot. Fucking Red. I forgot again, Red. Now I'm in old chat. Fucking Red, get here on time. You bastard. I missed all the conversations. I'm going to get a drink. Red, you're right. I fucked it up again. No, Red, you do better. If you're here at 1:55 like you're supposed to fucking be, and tell me, dumbass, put it on all messages, I'll do it. I forget every fucking day almost. Good point, Red. Good point. Sorry, guy. You know me. Just a dumbass. You don't care about us lowlifes. His loss, Frank. His loss. No more vein for you, Red. What's up, Walt? No more vein for you, Red. This is it. I sit this way. I sit like this from now on. Your vein cut off. Oh shit! I gotta go in the tournament. I'll be back. I gotta get my other thing. I want to go in this high-low at 3 o'clock because I don't think I have to watch my grandson today. So you guys are gonna have to. I don't know if you can do it, but can you guys chat without me? No. What does cavalry mean? I don't know what that means, Frank. His mother buried him in a cemetery. Fuck, I know where. I find out later on he raped my girlfriend when he was alive. The fuck I care where he's buried. That's going to be in the story too. But that doesn't come out until like I'm 20. I never talked about no cemetery, dude. What drugs are you on, dude? Never mentioned no cavalry cemetery. I don't even know what the fuck a cavalry cemetery is or what. You got me confused with somebody else, my friend. Yeah, burn it. It goes out on its own, high stakes. Take my word for it. I do it all the time. I don't have an ashtray over here. Red, you're not allowed to look at my vein. It's against the rules. Oh, I didn't know that, Frank. Thank you. No, Relentless with Debbie. How it went down was Billy went there one day looking for me, and he had dust on him, and he smoked dust with Debbie in her house. He forced his way through her door. She told me after he died. And listen to what happened, real quick. I'm gonna make it a quick story. He smokes dust with her in the house because she trusted him because he's supposed to be my best friend, and she got so wasted. She was on the bed, just, on the couch or wherever the fuck she was, and she was like passed out. He took off all her clothes, and he forced her. And she tried to, but dust sometimes, and she was young. So when he did it, after he finished, he told her, if you tell Ronnie, he'll kill both of us. So she never said nothing when he was alive. She told me the story after he died when I was about 19 or 20. And I believed her because there was no reason to lie about it at that point. We were at the end of our relationship. I must have brought him up in a conversation with her about something. And she told me, yeah, well, that scumbag, he fucking raped me. And I didn't tell you because he told me you'd kill us. And she was young. She was naive. She was never into any drugs or anything before she met me. Which is a terrible thing, but yeah. I don't even have pictures of her. Eskimo Brothers. Now really, I did sleep with the same woman he did once. Well, twice. Twice. I had sex with this other woman in Alicia's house that I'm sure my father banged when she wasn't around. I know my old man, Melanie. She was from Florida. She came into New York. And, yeah. Yeah, but I did sleep with Alicia. And it will happen again. I was 17, she was 34. We had a wild relationship. I loved the shit out of her. I really did, because I knew her from when I was young as a different way of looking at her, and then looking at her as a teenager, and then I go back with her again 17 years after that. Oh, I could have had all of them. I didn't. The only one I ever, beside Melanie, because we both ended up doing her, but the only one that I ever took from him, besides touching a titty when I was young, about 11 years old, touching titties. Other than that, and when I was with Lisa the first time, I actually touched a real titty on a girl that I was with. It wasn't the same thing like when my dad met me go in the room, the girl was laying on the bed. God, play with my titties. It wasn't the same. Broads, I got you. I could have had all of them. I didn't. Whatever Frank wants to do with it, Red, Frank's the one working on that. He made a video with the green screen twice already. 2 awesome ones. Go to his channel and look. Did I ever love Lucy? In the Sky with Diamonds? Yeah, I don't talk about that in the book, Frank. But yeah. Me and Billy for 3 months, we used to speedball. Walter, I wish I could say the same, believe me. All those decisions that were made in my life, all made, I'm blessed that they altered me to be who I am now. I didn't mean that pun with altered. But yeah, all that had to happen so I could be who I am today. Oh, always lower, Red. Do you, friend? Did you? I hope you don't now. I love the head, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love cocaine, smoking it. I just can't do it. What comes with this shit, you can't do it no more. I would never answer that question, Frank. There is no answer for that. The answer is always no. That's just a stupid question. I love you, Frank, but that's a dumb question. The answer is always no. Always. So, it's a dumb question. Me too. I miss it. I miss it every day. Every day. I would love to be able to do it. I can't. I think about it almost every day. Of course. Especially with that. I've cracked a few guys' head with a bat. And that's one of the stories I don't have in there either. When I collected for Tommy D, a guy I knew, because I owed him a lot of money. The answer is always no, Frank. Something that you can always get in trouble for, the answer is always no. The shit I talk about, either I was convicted, charged, or time has passed that I can't get in trouble for it. I would never talk about anything unless 7 years has passed, any criminal activity. So you won't get any criminal activity for the last 7 years. And it's a good thing there hasn't been any. So, yeah, I'm pretty on legalities. I've been in and out of the system a lot. So I got a little smarts on that one. I know what I can get away with and what I can't. I know what I can say and I can't say. You gotta appreciate that. Ron's not as dumb as he looks. When Ron gets his teeth, you guys are going to be surprised because I'm going to be a whole different person. This shit's going to be gone. My face will be clean all the time. I'll be dressing differently. Good for him. Not at all. I'm kind of happy he's gone. For him. More than anything else. Chuck Norris Apprentice. Awesome. I cracked your head with an egg. Very good, all. Yeah, I'm not glad he left. I think for him, he stayed out here. He's going to jail eventually. Because I'm going to feel differently about myself, Red. I'm going to be out hunting women more. I'm going to be more confident. I'm going to want to look better because Frank and me are taking this book to the top. So yeah, fuckface. Plenty of reasons why. What's up? What's up with that, Red? What you got to say now, mofo? Don't make me get young on your ass. Does that answer your question, fuckface? I hope so. Because I don't want to answer it again. Oh, here it is. You guys. Come on. What do we got? What the fuck does your teeth? I already answered that. Long story, scuff tell Alton during your next live. Don't make me smack the vein. Please don't. Cue the song Reasons. Very good, very good. Frank, you got that? Who remembers the fruity song Seasons in the Sun? We got seasons in the sun. Sorry guys, but I gotta smoke. I hope I don't offend anybody with my smoking. Do I look like that picture, Beth? The hand's crooked. Backstory's up to $2.50 these days. Just for you, Red. I'll put on pants. Yes, sir. Immortally beloved? That's their problem. If they don't want me smoking, they'll tell me, pal. I appreciate your input, though. TikTok has strict rules on smoking, and it ain't that strict. I smoked on a live stream on TikTok. A thing comes up and tells me, you shouldn't be smoking on here, but they don't do damn thing. Thank you, Immortal. You're a prick. Okay, good. So, that's what you want to do? All right. Bye. Goodbye. I don't need you here. Goodbye. Bye. It's legal. They can't do a damn thing about it. This is CBD weed. You like my suit? Thank God Frankie bought that for me. We gotta thank God Frank. He bought that suit for me. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be looking sharp. I really am an old school guy. You gonna tell me you ratted me out? Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck needs you? There's a million people out there. Go bother somebody else. There's billions of people in the world that would appreciate my book. And without teeth, yes, I did. Thank you, Red. I agree. I agree. Oh, shit, the tournament. What time is it? You fuckface. 4 minutes. I gotta go get my thing. Daniel, you killed my brother. Oh, here we go. We're back. I'm not in yet. Yes, should be a good game. I don't think the Canadians could beat them. Did you like the turquoise cufflinks, Ron? Yes, I did. Frank, I love the outfit. It was beautiful. Hot Frank's got skills, baby. Oh, shit. Hot Frank's got them skills. Doo-doo-doo-doo. He's got a video of you burnt. That's hysterical. That really is. That's funny shit. This game pays shit. I just like playing high-low. $50 prize is the thing. First place. Oh, it's the one I got the $15 for second. The big one's tonight. So, come on. Steve's so fucking slow. Let me open up my thing. Yeah, I'll stay on a little while longer until about 3:15. And then my grandson should be home, and I gotta make sure that she's going to work. If she's not, I won't be back till tonight. For the $1,500 tournament. Fucking Red. That's hysterical. Yeah, just for you, Red. Just for you, buddy. That's how fat it is. I wish. No, I don't. That would be... Ugh. Oh, that's funny, Red. Very good. Here we go. Log in. I got a minute before it starts. Log in. That's all right. I can get in a minute late. I think. I don't know if this site has that. I hope. I'm never late. That's funny, Red. That was great. Ah. Log in. Ooh, we got a minute. We should make it. High, low. I'm in. 50 points. High, low. We're good. There we go. Alrighty then. Yay me. That was hysterical, Red. That was beautiful. It really was. That was sweet. One of your funnier things, Red. Let's put this in the back. Upside down this way. Let's get the books together. It was funny. Yo, Frank, you don't need no green screen when that shit happens. That's for damn sure. No green screen necessary. Okay, I'm just putting everything together so I'm ready to pick myself up when we're done here. I like to be in order. Ron's kink exposed. Play now. Play now. Let's see if this is going to be a quickie or a little... I'm always in it if I play serious. If I play serious. I'm the dealer, I tell you. I'm not going to put it on the screen because I like it. Right now, this is what we're doing. This is later. If I make it to the final table of this, I will record it. That's for damn sure. I did it the other day. I came on right when there's 15 people left, and that's what I'll do again if I'm still in this in 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I think it took last time. So, we'll see. If not, Kesari Sarah, everyone have fun. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss nothing. It's going to get better. Starting next week, we're going into the next chapter of life. We got questions and answers. We're going to go real slow. So there's going to be a lot of conversation going on if you're interested. Anybody who lives, I checked, who lives a life at all. Give me a queen. Nope, another spade. Nope, I'm out. You can always learn something. And on here, we got all my people are knowledgeable. So show your ass up, have a good time, laugh, cry. It's going to get wild from this point on. Walter has a con ring with polka dots on it. It's pretty small, but you can see them. That's one picture none of us on here want to see. No, I can't speak for everyone, but I'll tell you from me, I don't. Excuse me again. That's what happens when life hits you with Audra. There's the flush. Anyway, I know you do, Mike. Yeah, I'll just show you what I got. I'm not staying on. That's why I'm not doing it. I got ace 3, something 4 in Omaha High Low. Ace 3 is spade, 9 of club, 4 of club. I'm looking low, if anything. Let's see what happens here. The flop is... That's the flop. I didn't even see it yet. 2, 3, 8. I have ace 2, 3, 4. I'm guaranteed low right now. So I'm going to bet pot no matter what. Just so you know. Everybody else is going to check. They're going to fold after I go. Pot. 85. Let's see what they do. Check it out. I bet 85. Right now I guarantee low. Ace 2, 3, 4, 8. Can't be easy. Oh, one guy called. We're going to end up splitting this. There's a 4. Uh-oh, that's trouble for me because now he could be better than I am. 4 spades. But I'm going to the pot again. He called. And a 5 of spades came out. I now have the ace high flush. I have a straight flush. Look, straight flush. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must bet the whole thing. 700. What do you got? I took it all. He had nothing whatsoever. Sometimes this game is really easy when you got idiots. Well, we went from 1,500 to 2,600 in one hand. Da-da-da-da-da! Charge it! This is going to be one. Come back in 2.5 hours. You'll see me on stream again. I will be filming the final table if I get there. New me! New me! Yeah, I know. It's 3:05. So I'm going to stay on until about 3:10 because he should be here by 3:20. And I will find out whether I'm needed or not. I think my daughter's off today. She works tomorrow and Sunday, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't pay attention. I got no money to pay attention. I got to borrow it. I got to borrow money to pay attention. That's fucked up. That's when you know you're broke. We got 8-3-9-3. And there's the flop. We're going to be out of this hand quick. Oh no, 6-7-8-9. I thought that was an ace. My bad. With 2 spades, we have 2 spades. He bet 75. I'm going to call. A 5, a 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I need a 5 or a 10. Offsuit, not a spade. What do you think? You agree? You're 10 to agree or you're 9 to agree. You could agree with an 8 or a 7. But agree. And the next card, I have 2 spades also, but somebody's probably got a higher flush than me. A 5. That's somebody who has low. But I now have a straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right now I have the best hand. Nobody can beat my hand at this present moment. You can't beat me. The ace of spades came up. Now there's a flush. Now I'm in trouble. I have a flush. What do we got? 1,400 out there. I'm going to bet 700. Oh, I'm going to lose. Damio, you killed my brother. Maybe my ace 3, 5, 6, 8 will be 2 4s probably out there. 2, 3. I got a call. Nobody else has spades but me. Ooh, nice. We're up to 3,300. We won half the pot. Not bad. All right, guys, gonna cut off now. I'll go. Let's fold on this one so we can do this. I'll talk to you guys. I'll be back on tonight, definitely. 9 o'clock is the Friday night special. If I'm in the final, if I get close to the final table here, I'll be back on. Monday, I'm going to be going from age 20 to as far up as we can make it in an hour on that day. We'll take it from there, unless I don't decide differently. Frank, I will be making you, at some point, the rest of the chapters in video and sending it to you, the way we did the other one. All right, guys. Talk to you in a little while.